I'm backing up my truck, I'm gonna hook it up, loading up my boat with all my gear. I've been working hard all week, trying to make ends meet, spending time wishing I was fishing. Whoa, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing. Gather up your gear and come along. Whoa, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Join Karen Cullum, Greg Clajo, and me as we take you to some of our favorite fishing spots from Colorado to Minnesota, the Arctic Circle to Central America and beyond, as we revisit episodes of Mountain States Fishing and Angling Adventures Television on the best of fishing with Terry Wickstrom.
Hey, we're in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. It's kind of back where I grew up. I actually went to high school here for 2 years, and I grew up in Hibbing, Minnesota. Of course, I live out in Colorado now. And if you watch the show on a regular basis, you might recognize this guy, Zach Dagle. Zach, it's going to be great to fish with you again.
Yes, it will, Terry.
We weren't too far from here the last time we filmed. We were over in Big Winnebagoshish, Big Winnie, and I think we caught like 100 walleyes that day.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to beat.
Yeah, it'll be tough. And we got a unique situation here. We came up, we only got a day or so to fish, and the weather didn't cooperate very well. It isn't cooperating very well. So we've got, we wanted to come up here and just chase big walleyes on Trout Lake where Zach lives. But right now it's raining. It's not raining so hard we couldn't fish. If you came up, you'd be all right, but just too hard to film and keep the equipment dry. We've checked the weather, and if we go about 20 minutes west of here to Bowstring, we can probably go catch some walleyes. So what we're going to do is we're going to run out to Bowstring Lake. We're going to catch some, well, maybe some eater-sized walleyes, show you a different lake. We're going to monitor the weather, and if the weather breaks, then we're going to run back to Trout Lake and go for some bigger fish. So in the space of less than a day of fishing, we're going to compact into this show a couple different lakes and a couple different techniques for chasing walleyes. I want to get you out on the water now, but when we get back, we'll tell you more about this great place, the Timberlake Lodge here in Grand Rapids we're staying at.
More. Give him 30 feet.
What do you think?
Good. I think it's probably good.
Yep. Oh, nice head shake. Whoa! Right away. You know, good decision to come here. I had to fish for like 3 minutes before I got a bite.
I like when it works out like that.
We know the weather pushed us to a different lake, and that can happen, but one of the things about being in Minnesota is that you got so many options. We drove 20 minutes the other way. We're out 5 minutes, and we got a fish on. Don't know the size yet, hard to tell. But they're all big till you get them in the boat. I'll move back so you can net them.
I think this is a pretty good one, though.
It feels decent.
Oh, yeah, he's a nice fish.
All right. Oh, nice, fat, healthy fish. Get that here.
Got him right in the lip, too. Perfect.
Well, of course. You know, old timer like me, Lindy rig, I should know how to use one. You know, not a giant, but this. What's bowstring we're on? What can you keep here if you want?
Bowstring, there's no slot on bowstring like there is on some of the other lakes. We got, you know, it's just a statewide slot. You can keep 6 fish a piece, 1 over 20 inches.
So we're gonna keep a few in the live well?
Yeah, I think we'll keep a couple. We'll eat some shore lunch later.
Since I don't come to Minnesota that often anymore, look at the shoulders on these two, by the way, folks. Nice, thick, good eat. This is a nice eater.
Yeah, it's about a perfect eater.
All right, well, we'll put this one in the box, and I'm up 1-0.
It's time now for Terry's tackle tip of the week.
Yeah, let's tell folks, what are we doing here?
Well, we're dragging crawlers. You know, it's just a plain Lindy rig setup. We've got you know, 6.5, 7-foot rod here. I'll let you hold that. We have just a 1/4 ounce egg sinker with a bead, swivel, and about a 6-foot leader with just a regular crawler on it. We use a number 6 gamakatsu hook or eagle claw or whatever you want to use, and blow the crawler up.
Well, another thing too, if you notice how that worm is hooked right in the tip there, that's to give that crawler action. That's why I had to feed it line. When you feel the bite, you're going to drop the line and let it take that, just in case he doesn't have the whole crawler in his mouth.
Yep. That last one you caught, that was perfect.
Oh yeah.
Right in the top lip. It doesn't get any better than that. So, but let's see if we can get some more, huh?
Let's get him out there.
That was Terry's tackle tip for this week, and now back to more angling adventures.
I got a bite. You still got a bite going?
Yep.
Me too. Don't know if they're walleyes or perch, but something picked it up. Yeah, mine's gone, I think.
Oh, I just lost mine too. That was a decent bite though.
You know, I might still. I got mine. Got him. Not much of a head shake yet, so we'll see when it gets a little higher, a little bit. It's not a perch, so.
That's good.
There we go. I don't think. Not pulling real hard, but it's a fish. They're all good.
Yep.
You know, one of the things about Lindy rig that makes it so unique is feeling that little bite. And then just giving it time and the finesse of it, you know. Well, it's the little one.
That's the little guy.
Yeah, but it's a walleye. And he's got it pretty deep. Got a pliers.
Yeah, I got a pair of, did he swallow it or?
Yeah, he's got it pretty deep.
Is it? We'll just cut it.
Okay. We'll cut the line. Let him go grow up a little.
Yep, let him grow up.
That hook was in so deep that by cutting the line on that hook will work its way out, and that fish, we won't tear that fish up trying to get the hook out. So that one will be here for you to catch when you come out to Bowstring up here in Minnesota. Hey, we're going to get you back out in the water in just a minute, but I want to tell you a little bit more about the place we're staying here. Timberlake Lodge. Zach, you use this place quite a bit, I understand.
Yes, a lot.
They bring customers in because you can put a whole package together for them. You can stay here, and from here, we're in such close proximity, just I don't even know how many lakes.
Yeah, we've got 1,000 lakes in Itasca County, so there's a lot of water.
Well, and a diversity of water. I mean, as we're going to show you today even, and some of the most famous walleye and fishing lakes in the world are within less than an hour's drive. Winnibigoshish, Leech Lake, and then of course all the lakes around here. The two we're going to fish today, bowstring and hopefully trout Lake. I mean, they're both great walleye lakes, and they're just a few minutes drive from here. There's just hundreds of bodies of water. Pokegama Lake, a very famous lake, is just, it's a stone's throw down the road. But in addition to that, the Timberlake Lodge itself, a beautiful setting. I mean, if you can, we'll show you pictures of the place. It's just, it's got a nice rustic feel, but it's brand new and clean. I mean, it's just made to feel like a lodge, but yet it's very modern. My room is fantastic. It's got a refrigerator and a microwave, and it's a kind of a suite-like thing. It's got a sunken tub with a air jets jacuzzi in it, a huge walk-in shower with double heads. I mean, modern, incredible facilities, just wonderful. And yet they have also great family orientation here too. They've got a water slide and a fantastic pool.
Yeah, they've got a big water park, in the hotel itself.
There's just so much to do here. In fact, year-round, not just now, you guide ice fishing too.
Yes, I do.
And customers can actually snowmobile right up to the lodge here?
Yep, they can snowmobile right into the lodge. There's trails right behind the lodge. They can go out of here all winter long.
Just a fantastic place. Not to mention, they got a great restaurant and bar. They got an appetizer with tuna I want to try there. I've been dying, I saw it, and it just, they got this seared tuna. It looks just fantastic. Got a nice wine list. They've got a great variety of food, all the way from bar food type snacks to very high-end dining, and it's just wonderful. And they just treat you really nice. The people are just fantastic here.
Yes. There's also a lot of corporate events that they hold here too. They've got big, corporate rooms. And
they got banquet rooms and meeting rooms. And
yep.
What a great place. Plan a fishing trip. You get the guys to come up or the gals to come up. The company comes up, and I'll bet you could arrange more than a few guides to take out a bunch of groups too.
Yes, I mean we do quite a few groups out of here. The kids, it's a great place just because of the water park. If they bring the whole family up, the guys can go fishing. The kids and wives can go to the pool all day long, and
Or if the wives want to go fishing, the guys can stay by the pool all day long too.
Exactly.
That works too. I want to get you back out on the water and see if we can maybe catch a few bigger walleyes.
I hope so. There's one right there.
All right, I'm going to put mine down. Will you get that one in?
It's a good one.
All right. All right, Mr. Dagle.
Yeah, this is a pretty big one right here. Boy, they pull, don't they?
Oh, nice fish. Got him. Nice fish. Nice
Look at
fish.
that, huh?
Nice quality walleye. Get him up here. Beautiful fish. This is a nice fish, folks. Let me get him up here.
That's what we came looking for.
This is why we changed lakes. There's your jig, barely hooked.
Just came right out.
We had, as I told you a little while ago, we started at another lake, and because the weather had blown in on this one. This is where we wanted to fish all along. Went and caught a bunch of nice eater-sized walleyes, said, hey, the other lake is open. We got a couple hours left to move. We've been here, second spot, I don't know, 20 casts, and here we go, and we're just getting started. There's more to come. That's a nice trout lake walleye.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Zach Dagle, let's get that one back in the water. And there he or she goes, probably she.
Yeah, I look like a female.
I'm all slimy.
That's okay. I need some of that on my hands.
All right.
So let's get another one.
All right.
It's time now for Terry's tackle tip of the week.
Could show you the difference in what we're doing here. On the last lake, we were pulling what's called a Lindy rig with a night crawler. Here we're just using a minnow tipped on a jig head. A shiner is what they're eating right now. And we're just casting it out and working it, not really on the bottom either, just kind of swimming it above the tips of the weeds. A lot of different ways you can present a jig on a minnow, and probably one of the all-time most effective ways to catch walleyes.
Yeah, by far.
A lot of times we use artificials like Berkeley's gulp minnow. In fact, last time you and I were together, the gulp outfished the live minnow 2-1.
That was Terry's tackle tip for this week, and now back to more angling adventures.
Oh no, it's a rock bass.
Oh, it's a rock bass, is it?
I think so.
No, I don't know what it is. We'll find out. I don't think it's a walleye, but we got something else.
It's a little smallie.
Yeah, smallmouth. You said there's some nice smallmouth in this lake.
Yeah.
Get that up here. Hold that rod. We'll get him out. Yeah, that's a quality smallmouth. I love catching smallmouth. I do. Well, he doesn't love being caught, though. There we go. It's, you know, it's not a giant smallmouth. You said there's some big smallmouth in here, though?
Yeah, there's some smallies. They're 5 pounds.
That's a nice, healthy little smallmouth bass. I love catching smallmouth bass. Do you guide much for the smallmouth bass?
Yeah, quite a bit. You know, after they get off their beds, we throw jerk baits and some soft plastic.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh, that feels pretty good. Feels good. Head shaking this one. That feels like a nice fish. Hard to tell. Sometimes the little ones fool you. They're like weightlifters, I think.
No, that one's pretty good.
That's a pretty good fish. Pretty darn good fish. Ready? He isn't. We are, but he's not. Oh, come on. I'm being too gentle with him. All right, come on. You ready? There we go. Good job with the net there. All right.
That's another good one.
Good. Get the jig out. Get in here. Got him.
You got him?
I got him. That's why we switched, folks. That's why we're out here fishing with Mr. Zach Dagle. We could have caught all the walleyes we wanted on the lake we started on today, but our goal all along was to come out here and catch these nice ones.
Yeah, it took us 2 days to get out here with all the weather, but
there's no shortage of beautiful fish in this lake, is there?
no, I mean, that's just an average.
That's an average
That's
fish
an average fish out here.
What are some of the bigger fish you get out of here?
We catch a lot of 27s, 28s.
So you're talking 8-pound fish?
Yeah, they're 8, 9 pounds.
Wow. What a nice picture of a walleye to hang on your wall or to put in your album. Come out to Trout Lake with Zach Dagle. I'm going to put this away so I can get another one.
I'm going to get back in there.
Oh yeah, let me get back in there. Get your own minnow. See, no, if you were a guide client, go ahead and cast. If you were a guide client, he would have taken, rigged it up, put it on. He'd take total care of it. Trust me, I've fished with him before. He's a great guy. But he's a little miffed because I kicked him a little bit at the last lake. So now I catch a fish and catch him with, go ahead, the minnow's over there. Let me get in there.
He just hammered it.
I think
You got one? No. Oh, you got him?
Yeah.
I don't know where I am.
All right, that's all right. Go ahead. I'm good.
I don't want to cut you off because
That's
you
okay.
probably got a
Set your hook
on.
if you have to. This is just a nice one, not an awesome. Oh, good fish.
Yeah, it is.
Good fish. Oh, good fish.
Look at him.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
Hang on, you know what? We're all tangled up and I got one on too. No, I don't. There's my minnow right there.
Okay. This is why we came here, folks. This is why we changed lakes.
We'll just cut it. I can't see it. It's down there a ways. I had one on too.
All right. What a way to end the day. And you had one on too. Probably bigger than this.
I don't know. That's a pretty good fish.
That's a darn good fish. We'll take that into. So we're running out of daylight. I got a feeling you and I won't quit fishing, though, because there's going to be some big fish out here at night. But we're not going to have the light to keep filming for more than a few more minutes. So we're going to let you folks go. But if you want to catch numbers of fish, eaters, whatever, like we did earlier today, that's not a problem. If you want to catch maybe a bunch of nice, or maybe the walleye of your life.
Yep.
A trophy that you can take that picture of and have up there, a mount made. Get a hold of Zach. Thank you so much. Let's get this back in the water. There she goes.
It's a nice fish.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So no problem. It's always fun.
We fished together twice, and 3 different bodies of water, and all you've done is put me on walleye after walleye. What do you got to say for yourself?
I am to please. That's about it.
I'll tell you what, get a hold of Zach, add it to your next list of, add it to your bucket list of adventures you want to do, and join us next week on Angling Adventures.